Good morning, students. Today, I will do the chapter number 4 from your book, that is Generation Gap by Benjamin Maclean Spoke. Now, the title of the essay is The Generation Gap. Now, I think you must already be knowing the meaning of this title, that is the generation gap. That is the gap or age difference between two sets of people, that is the parents and their children. So, or you can say the elders and the youngers. Now, automatically, this gap can be between 15 to 25 years, because earlier people used to get married at younger age, then the gap was less, that is hardly 15 years. Now the people are getting the average age of getting married is 27 or 25 something. So the gap would be 20 years something. So the gap, it gets widened, rather it automatically gets widened. So the gap, this difference can be about the age, the culture, mannerism, morality. It can be about even this technology, because no two ages are same. Life changes as the year passes, so um, there can be a difference of attitude, a lot of difference in the attitude, and it becomes problematic. Instead of helping us, this gap, this generation gap, this lack of understanding on the behalf of parents about the changes that are being manifested by their children, it really harms the relation and the atmosphere of home, basically. Now there is a conceivable lack of understanding between the two categories, that is of parents and the children. And now both people in both categories, the people in both categories have their own set of values. The parents, being elder, they want their children to follow the same set of value which they have been raised up with, which they have been following throughout their life. So they kind of want to impose the same value system on the children, and children in their own place resist that imposing of certain values. So this result in a kind of conflict, which this essayist Benjamin Maclean Spoke tries to explain in this chapter. Now, if I read about the author and the essay, now what they say, what I could get out of this chapter is that Mr. Benjamin wants parents to be more flexible and affectionate with their children, and on the other hand, he wants children to understand their parents so that children also can become accommodating of their parents' attitude. At least they can understand that from what stance their parents are speaking. So it's a very kind of tries to combine the both parties and making the relationship cordial, actually. And he requests parents to take their young child as an individual and don't think that he is just a kid and cannot decide for himself or herself. Now, this chapter discusses the problem of self identity and independence faced by adolescent boys and girls. अब जो नौजवान लड़के और लड़कियां होते हैं, they want to assert their independence. By independence, the writer here means the young child, the boy or the girl in his teens, having his own viewpoint, his own way of comprehending the society, this world at large. He wants to assert that. He says that, okay, I'm also a human being, I'm also a person, an individual. I have certain opinion about things. Please listen to me. बट द पेरेंट्स डोंट वांट टू लिसन. आपने सुना ही होगा, वो बाप हमेशा बाप रहता है और बेटा हमेशा बेटा होता है. तो द फादर और द पेरेंट्स, फॉर दैट मैटर, they are not ready to acknowledge that their teenager son has also formed some kind of understanding uh, of this world around him. So the writer requests in a way to the parents to treat their children as individuals जिनकी अपनी एक सोच है. At least accept that they can think about things in the world. A young person goes through various stages of identification and rejects the earlier role models and forms a new identity in accordance with the needs of the time. So होता क्या है कि छोटा बच्चा होता है, वो बहुत सारे रोल मॉडल्स बनाता है अपने लिए. कभी वो डॉक्टर बनना चाहता है, कभी वो फौजी बनना चाहता है, कभी वो पायलट बनना चाहता है, सो फोर्थ एंड सो ऑन. लेकिन जैसे जैसे आप बड़े होते जाते हैं, आपके रोल मॉडल्स बदलते जाते हैं. आप अर्लियर रोल मॉडल को रिजेक्ट कर देते हो, आप नया रोल मॉडल बना. तो दिस इज द प्रोसेस ऑफ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ योर पर्सनैलिटी. These years from 13 to 19, these are the formative years of a person's life, very very crucial in the development of his personality, and these are very dicey years as well. कैसे, ये हम देखेंगे. Now this desire to establish a new identity may be misunderstood by elders as insolence or rebellion. अब प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे आती है? वो जो बदलाव आ रहे हैं, वो जो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, वो जो डिज़ायर है टू असर्ट देयर इंडिपेंडेंट पर्सनालिटी, उसको नॉर्मली नहीं लिया जाता. पेरेंट्स डोंट टेक इट एज समथिंग नेचुरल, रादर दे टेक इट एज अ डिसरिस्पेक्ट टू देम, इंसोलेंस, जिद्दीपना बच्चे के बिहाफ पे. और डिसरिस्पेक्ट तो है ही है कि वो अपने माँ बाप की बात को मान नहीं रहे हैं. और बगावत, वो समझते हैं कि बच्चे जो हैं वो बगावत कर रहे हैं, दे आर बीइंग अ रिबेल. बगावत कोई बुरी चीज़ नहीं होती. ये चीज़ है कि हम उसको किस नज़रिए से देख रहे हैं. आवर एटीट्यूड ऑफ लुकिंग एट थिंग्स गिव्स मीनिंग टू एनी हैपनिंग फॉर दैट मैटर. आप 1857 की लड़ाई ले लीजिए भारत की आज़ादी के लिए, द फर्स्ट बैटल ऑफ फ्रीडम फॉर इंडिया, फ्रीडम ऑफ इंडिया, which was 1857. For the Britisher, it was a rebellion, but for us, it was a fight for our independence. So it depends how we look at things. Now, parents look at the same thing, thinking it as rebellion, as disrespectful, something as disrespectful, whereas the kid, the youth, the young child, he is trying to assert his thinking, his own personality, his independence. That's all. So if both the parties understand each other's view, things would be better and simpler and calmer, I think. So Mr. Benjamin here, he says, however, all rebellion is not negative. As I just gave you an example, it can be channeled positively and be used in the transformation of a young individual into a responsible adult. अगर हम इस रिबेलियसनेस को, जो यूथ में रिबेलियसनेस है, उसको पॉजिटिवली चैनलाइज्ड कर देते हैं, तो हम उस इंडिविजुअल को, उस यंग इंडिविजुअल को एक रिस्पॉन्सिबल अडल्ट बनाने में कामयाब हो सकते हैं. देखिए, चॉइसेस आप करने लग जाते हैं. आप जब छोटे होते हैं तो योर पेरेंट्स बाय क्लोथ्स फॉर यू, दे चूज योर ड्रेसेस. When you become 16 or 17, you start making your own choices. Now, this is a small choice, inconsequential choice. But the moment you choose your partner, it becomes a graver thing for your parents. They cannot digest it, that how could you be so grown up that you can choose your partner? But it happens. They don't take it as natural, rather something bad on your part, something rude. So they should accept it. Basically, this is the point he wants to make. They should be flexible, that yes, now my child child, I would say, is grown up and he has every right to make his own choices. The chapter has been written by Benjamin Macklin Spock, as I've already told you. He was a famous American pediatrician. In his well known book Baby and Child Care, which was published in 1946, he made use of psychoanalysis to understand child behavior and issues related to upbringing of children. He was the first man, I think, to diagnose ailment, or rather connect the ailment to psychoanalysis of the child. So that's why he was very popular, and his book became very handy for young mothers to take care of their infants. So he was very popular in that. But in the present chapter, he talks about the adolescent boys and girls, younger boys and girls who are in their teens from 13 to 19. So whatever he's going to talk in the chapter, these things happen, and you can easily identify with these lines. Rather, we should be thankful to the person who included this chapter in this book of yours, literature and language, because this is very, very suitable topic to be discussed among us, because you are on the same stage which is being talked about in the book, in this chapter. Now, the writer says rebelliousness against parents is a natural, inevitable aspect of adolescence. कि बच्चे ये जो चीज़ है, ये जो बगावत है, ये जो रिबेलियसनेस है, ये जो असर्शन है खुद की पर्सनैलिटी की, ये तो होनी ही होनी है. It is a given thing. It is inevitable. It is unavoidable. Parents should understand it like this. And it assists them in giving up the comfort and security of home, achieving real independence, working for progress. Now, this rebelliousness, this urge in them to follow their passion, to follow their heart, it makes them leave even the comfort of the home. They no longer bother, they don't shy away from leaving their home to just in the pursuit of their dreams. And what parents view as rebelliousness. It is not rebelliousness on the part of the child, the young child. He is just following his heart. So he can leave the house for that matter. He can leave the security, the love and care being provided in that house by his or her parents. The most basic problem for the young person, though he doesn't usually think of it in these terms, is to find his own identity, to find out what sort of person he really desires to be and get started being a person. अब होता क्या है बेटे, when you are making such choices of leaving home or doing something which your parents don't approve of, आपने बहुत सारी कहानियाँ पढ़ी होंगी एक्टर्स की, उनकी लाइफ हिस्ट्री पढ़ी होगी. हाउ मैनी एक्टर्स लाइक कंगना रनौत, इरफान खान, शाहरुख खान, this Nawazuddin Siddiqui. The film industry is replete with stories of people who reach Bombay empty pocketed. They don't have any money. All they know is that they have a dream of becoming a successful actor in the films. They follow their heart. They leave their home. They leave the false sense of security. They leave their parents. They leave everything to just to follow their passion. And we can easily relate to it. So parents see these things as rebelliousness. तो होता क्या है कि उसको खुद भी नहीं पता है. जब he is making the choice, he is not aware that he is trying to find out his personality, his identity. He is trying to establish his identity, and he is trying to shape his personality, the kind of adult he would be in coming years. All these things go at unconscious level. The child, the young youth is just following his dream. He doesn't know that this is something called the process of establishing his independent identity, in which parents have no say at all, no interference, we would rather say. So this doesn't mean that the specific job he will take or the hobbies he will enjoy. It means the kind of personality he will end up with. How he will be thought of by his friends. उसके friend उसके बारे में कैसे सोचेंगे कि वो ऐसा है, किस तरह का इंसान है. फैमिली उसके बारे में क्या सोचती है और वो खुद अपने बारे में क्या सोचता है. So all these things get formed. Now these years are the formative years, and his personality, his identity is getting a particular shape. So it is not so much a matter of coming to conscious decision. It's not that he is making a conscious decision. It is just a strong pull in his heart which is, taking him towards his dreams. That is all. So it is gaining a sense of being an independent person with a job to do. अब उसको ये लगता है कि मैं बहुत बड़ा हो गया हूँ, मेरी अपनी सोच है और मैं इंडिपेंडेंट हूँ कुछ भी करने को जो मुझे अच्छा लगता है. तो दिस इज़ व्हाट अ यंग गर्ल और बॉय थिंक while taking such big decisions of their life. तो बेंजामिन कहते हैं कि देर आर 3 principal elements that go to make up the identity of an individual finally achieves. ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ें हैं, ऐसी 3 चीज़ें हैं उनके हिसाब से जिनसे फाइनली एक जो इंडिविजुअल है वो अपनी पर्सनैलिटी को डेवलप करता है. First and foremost is the character he was developing all through childhood. Now the writer want to emphasize the importance of childhood. कि जो childhood है वो बहुत important है. At the beginning, a boy beginning at about the age 3 has been striving to be a man just like his father, the little girl to be like her mother. So they have had to cast themselves in the mold of their parents. They are made of their parents. So before 5 years, it is only their parents whom the child observes. So he becomes either like, he follows rather, not becomes, he follows either the father or the mother. So they are shaped in the mold of their parents. But to become an effective adult, an individual must break off most of his dependence on his parents. तो अगर उसको independent होना है तो उसको अपने parents पे dependence को छोड़ना पड़ेगा. And it happens unconsciously. The child is not aware. He is not doing it consciously. वो अपने माँ बाप को दुखी करना नहीं चाहता, ऐसा उसका एम नहीं है. वो सिर्फ अपने ड्रीम्स को फॉलो कर रहा है, which due to this lack of understanding because of generation gap, the parents takes is otherwise. Now, not just to be free enough to leave home, but to develop ideas and aims of his own, so that he can help to solve the existing problem of the society in which he will live. Leaving home is not his motto basically. And by just leaving home, you are doing nothing. घर छोड़ने से क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं. लेकिन घर छोड़ने के बाद आप क्या करते हैं? क्या आप अपने आप को सोसाइटी के लिए यूजफुल बना रहे हैं? Are you doing something by which you can contribute in making society a better place, this world a better place to live? कुछ अच्छा कर रहे हैं आप या नहीं कर रहे हैं? That is what is going to make your personality. आप बॉम्बे जाके एक्टर भी बन सकते हैं, आप बॉम्बे जाके अंडरवर्ल्ड डॉन भी बन सकते हैं. You can become a criminal very easily. So what you do, how you contribute to the society, that matters. This is what he wants to say. Now, you should be able to solve existing problems of the society. ऐसा नहीं है कि खाली घर छोड़ दिया और चलो जी अब मैं अपनी तरफ से जीऊँगा. नहीं, अगर आप घर छोड़ रहे हैं, अगर आप कंफर्ट को छोड़ रहे हैं, तो आप कुछ ऐसा कीजिए जिससे जो समाज के हालात हैं वो अच्छे हों. एंड तो खुद के आइडियाज़, खुद के एम्स बनाने, ताकि जो सोसाइटी की एग्जिस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम्स हैं वो ठीक हो जाएं, वो उनको करेक्ट कर सके, क्योंकि इसी सोसाइटी में उसको रहना है एज एन इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिविजुअल. Now his feeling of impatience and criticism towards his parents are what put him on the lookout for new ideas, because he doesn't like the ideas of his parents. So he would look out for new ideas. He will search for new things, new solutions to the old problems. And then now new methods which may better solve problems of the day, क्योंकि 20 साल हो गए हैं जब उनके पेरेंट्स जवान थे और अब बच्चे जवान हैं. 20 years have lapsed. So there might have come some changes. Society might have changed. आप टेक्नोलॉजी को ले लीजिए. जो डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी आई है वो हमारी इंटरनेट ने हमारी लाइफ को कितना अफेक्ट किया है. The parents, because they didn't have that device in their hand when they were young like you, they are not able to comprehend that how can you remain glued to a device throughout day and night. It's beyond their comprehension. वो इस चीज़ को नहीं समझ पाते. That's why they criticize you, because you are wasting your time. But you know that if you put the same device to some good use, how beneficial this phone with internet connection becomes for you. Like you will watch this video on this, so you can study as well. It's not the wastage of time always. So parents will have to understand this as well. But if they criticize it, because in their own time they helped their parents, either in the farm or in the shop or in the house, they didn't waste their time like the generation now. Well, again, it may be wastage of time for the parents, but not for the young person who is spending say 7 or 8 hours in front of the screen of phone, of laptop, or of TV for that matter. It may not be wastage of time. He may learn so many things from YouTube, from Google, from everything. Everything is present there. All you know about this. So it happens that how you can better solve the problems of the day, and incidentally also show up his parents' generation as pretty well stuck in the mud. तो आप अपने पेरेंट्स को ये दिखा भी सकते हैं कि आप लोगों ने जो जीवन है वो ऐसे ही बिता दिया. हम लोगों को देखिए कि हम कितना फास्ट काम को करते हैं. How strong the rebelliousness in each individual is and what form it takes is a second element in determining his eventual identity. The first thing is childhood experience. Second thing is strength of rebelliousness. कितनी strong है आप में rebelliousness, उसी हिसाब से आपकी eventually identity जो है वो बनेगी. खाली rebellious होने से कुछ नहीं होता, लेकिन आप चीज़ों को उसके लॉजिकल एंड तक लेके जाएंगे तो ही उसका फ़ायदा होगा. सो हाउ स्ट्रांगली यू बिलीव इन योर ड्रीम, हाउ स्ट्रांगली यू बिलीव दैट यू वांट टू डू अ सर्टन थिंग इन अ सर्टन वे, दैट विल डिसाइड योर सक्सेस एज एन इंडिपेंडेंट पर्सन. नाउ द थर्ड एलिमेंट ही टॉक्स. तो 2 एलिमेंट, पहले कौन सा एलिमेंट था बेटा? फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इज चाइल्डहुड एक्सपीरियंस. सेकेंड एलिमेंट इज स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द रिबेलियसनेस. बिकॉज बीइंग रिबेलियस इन इटसेल्फ इज नथिंग इफ इट इज नॉट स्ट्रॉन्ग इनफ. यू आर नॉट स्ट्रांगली convinced that you can do something. It happens after 10th as well. Many parents try to force medical and non-medical stream on their wards. They want their children to be either doctor or engineer. But now if a child says that no, I will go for arts, he is trying to assert his choice. He wants to follow his choice. But for parents, he comes across as a rebellious child who is not listening to them. But then you chose arts, and what you do with your stream, how well you perform in it, how valuable a citizen you become, that will be decided by the strength of your choice, by your conviction for making that choice. Now the third element is the nature of the time and the needs of the time. This is very very important बेटा, कि जिस समय में आप जवान हो रहे हैं वो समय कैसा है, what is the nature of that time, और वो समय उस टाइम पे देश अपने देशवासियों से क्या उम्मीद कर रहा है, what is being needed from it. अगर हम भगत सिंह की, अगर हम ये कहते हैं कि आज के बच्चे देशभगत नहीं हैं, तो ये उनका कसूर नहीं है कि आज भगत सिंह क्यों नहीं पैदा होते, नहीं हो सकते, बिकॉज द हिस्टोरिसिटी ऑफ टाइम डजेंट नीड भगत सिंह. उस टाइम पे ब्रिटिशर्स वर द रूलर, द एनिमी वाज एन आउटसाइडर, a visible enemy, and it was demand of the nation at that time that such young person should rebel against the ruler who is not from this country. Now who rules India? The people who are chosen by us. The enemy is, if it can be called an enemy, not easily recognized. They're one among us, like us, chosen by us. So chances are very little that we can have Bhagat Singhs. This was an example from our local context, but Benjamin gives us the example of these call on youth for different qualities in different historical periods. तो हर जो हिस्टोरिकल पीरियड होगा वो अलग क्वालिटी डिमांड करेगा अपने यूथ से. He gives us the example of young man Luther. He says Erik Erikson explains in Young Man Luther the corruption of the church in Martin Luther's time. The real need for major reform inspired in Luther fearlessness, clarity, eloquence, perseverance of heroic proportion. तब थोड़ा सा पढ़ के देखना बेटे. Church was very corrupt at the time of Martin Luther. He himself worked in the church, and he was a young man. So when he saw the corruption, the level of corruption in the church, that brought in him the fearlessness, clarity, eloquence, the way to convey his ideas to other and to convince them. He said we don't need that middleman between the God and the Bible, God and the person. All you need is to read Bible if you want to. You don't need this church, this corrupt church. And so he could muster up the courage and could show the rebelliousness of this heroic proportion, because to stand against church at that time was a sure passport to your death. You will be finished if you rebel against church. But he had the courage to do that. He was the young man like you. He was passionate about it. He was convinced about it. So he did it. In a less critical age, Luther might have remained an undistinguished cleric. So he was just a cleric. But when he saw the corruption, he couldn't stand it. He rebelled. He brought things to people's notice with such a vigor that there had to be reforms in the church. पर वो कहते हैं कि अगर टाइम ऐसा ना होता, अगर चर्च में करप्शन ना होता, तो लूथर क्या होते? वो सिर्फ एक क्लैरिक ही रह जाते. अब भगत सिंह नहीं बन पाएंगे क्योंकि हम पे बाहर का कोई आदमी राज नहीं कर रहा है. जो हम पे राज कर रहे हैं वो हमारे ही लोग हैं. So that rebelliousness cannot have that strong conviction, that strength. The second point Benjamin was talking about. So many of the advances of civilization, Benjamin says, technical inventions, scientific discoveries have been conceived by young people just on the threshold of adulthood. Your Facebook, you must be knowing about Mark Zuckerberg. This Apple. Now, वही लोग डिस्कवर करते हैं जो अडल्टहुड के मुहाने पे होते हैं, बिकॉज दे वॉन्ट टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ existing problem of society, the problem which are faced by himself. Maybe he wants to improve upon that. Mark Zuckerberg, he got struck with the idea, जब हम कॉलेज छोड़ देते हैं तो दोस्त नहीं मिलते हैं, यूनिवर्सिटी छोड़ आए हैं, how to collect them. People have moved in various parts of the world. He thought of providing that platform through Facebook so that people can get connected. And he was a young man of 18 or 19 when he made this innovation, made this app, Facebook. So, because they were impatient with the achievement of the past and because they had had no need to defend the present, they were able to envision and bring on future. तो वो दुनिया को एक बेहतर जगह बनाना चाहते थे and they could think of the ideas which could solve the existing problem, and they were impatient with it. They did not settle down for the less. They didn't accept whatever was there. No, they challenged, they innovated, they followed their heart desire. They became responsible adult. Why? Because they were strongly convinced about their dreams, about what they wanted to do. So, this is the chapter. It says that parents should be flexible and affectionate also when the child tries to assert his own identity. They should treat the child, not an adolescent, not as a child, but as an young person who is going to become an adult soon and who is forming his own understanding of the world and has his own ideas, his own aims, his own desires, his own goals, and he or she has every right to follow a new path. The parent should not view this as rebelliousness, rather, they should take their child as an independent being who is following the new path to discover his own identity. So I hope the things are clear to you. Thank you. Thanks for listening me.